you know me, I tell you all the time, I don't want to be Instagram famous. That's not my gist. Like, I just want to do facials and that's that.
And educate.
But when I see my two girls, you know, text me, pulling me to the side or saying, hey, this is shady or hey, this is wet, this makes me go into mama bear mode and be like, I gotta protect them from everybody.
Right.
Yeah. So if it's my job to protect you guys, I'm gonna go hard for you guys.
Right.
Because I love you and I don't want to see somebody else take what y'all two built. I'm not gonna cry. Girl, move over.
Oh, hey. You can sit with us.
Hey guys, welcome back to Skin Society. Today we're talking about gatekeeping. Ooh. So as we begin the new year, and you know, a lot of trends come in as we start the new year, and we're following a lot of new protocols and things like that. We want to discuss gatekeeping and what is gatekeeping in our industry. So you guys, you ready to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really interesting topic. I guess we should talk about what we think gatekeeping is, right? Because I do think that we live in an industry where there are some people that kind of like, they'll make posts and they'll kind of like take labels off of stuff so that no one knows what they're using and stuff like that. And I mean, that's obviously gatekeeping, right?
Yes.
But I feel like the more I get into the industry, the more I realize why people do that.
I completely agree with that statement. Mm-hmm. But I'm also the type of person I overshare because I don't mind.
Same.
But at the same time, I'm learning in 2024, the reason why other people are successful in our industry is because they gatekeep.
Damn. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm sorry, were you
finishing? No, go ahead.
I feel like gatekeeping is purposely holding back information that you know will help get the next person ahead, right? Yeah. So, like, for example, everything that I do here in office, like, I'm usually doing a boomerang of it. Like, doing this today, like, this is my cocktail. Right. Because I'm a firm believer in what's for me is for me. And
exactly.
Just because you know the recipe, that don't mean that's just sauce.
Period.
It's mine. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in the industry, there are a lot of people who won't tell you. They'll hide a label and say, like, I have so many people that are saying, oh my gosh, what products did you just mix? And I'll tell them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind doing
I don't mind telling them. But I do feel like, to a certain extent, if you constantly give, so you know I'm a firm believer. Y'all know how I am with God. I'm a firm believer. If I help people, then I get blessings. So I don't mind giving you. I'll give you my crappy patty formula because I feel like that's how I get my blessings. That's why God is taking care of me. My business is doing well. But at the same time, it's like you got to either choose if you're going to, one, just give out everything and that's fine, or just turn it into a business. Like, you know, maybe do a mentorship or something like that. But I hate when people feel like, no, I'm not telling you this. Like, read the DM, ignore you, or like you said, peel labels off. Yeah. Or I'll let you say this part, Maria, but I hate when people ask and then go move about it in a weird way. Like they ask for something and then you try to tell them or put them on game.
I just feel like I'm the type of person that I always give credit. Right?
Give
so like regardless of how small or big it is, right? Like even for example, during the holidays when we were doing the scratch offs. Yeah. Right. Crystal found that.
Right.
We didn't find that. No. You know, it was Crystal's idea. Right. We all put our little twist to it. Yeah. Right. But when I put it out there, I let it be known. Right. My girl Crystal found this. Right. Like I'm doing this because Krista.
I ain't put you on my story, but my girl Crystal found it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, but if someone was to ask you,
I said,
oh my God, this is so
cute. On TikTok.
Other estheticians, other estheticians were coming in my DM during that time, like, oh my God, this is so cute. Do you mind if I take it? Take it. Crystal gave it to me. Like, you know. So there is like a fine line, but when someone's telling you something, whether it's like their plans or whatever it is, and then you go do it, like that's why people gatekeep, because if somebody's telling you, oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then you go do it verbatim, like you don't even put a little twist to it, you don't do your own thing to it, like that really sets the tone. Like you're kind of like, damn, maybe I shouldn't say anything, you know?
Can I say something really quick? One thing I have learned from Mark Zuckerberg when he started Facebook, you know, Facebook, how it got started. He said that his college roommates, they had an idea. He said, I listened to their idea. I took their idea and I created a better one. He took something that somebody just told him in random conversation what they were starting up, and he built $1 billion industry.
I did not know that's how it started.
He said, I took somebody's idea and I made it a better one. I think a lot of times in our industry, and even though, you know, we are...
I'm mind blown.
Did he do MySpace?
No, it was called something. It was called, when you were in college. So when I was in college back then, it was called something else. I think it was called something X or something like that. Whatever it was called. Mm-hmm. But Facebook was originally just for college students. It wasn't for every single body. It was something created in college for these college students to communicate with each other.
His fucking roommate's idea. I never knew that.
Yes. So The one thing that I want us to do, and I say this from a business standpoint because I get on us every time I business. Y'all know I go down a rabbit hole. If somebody's saying they're using something and they don't want to tell us, I say, what I say, Mia? Send me the video.
I'll have it by the end of tonight.
I'll have it by the end of tonight because I don't mind researching. I don't mind going down a rabbit hole. But the one thing that I want us to do collectively as women is start charging people for our recipe.
Damn.
Because we give away. I feel like I give way too much. I give way too much for free, and I've been doing it for the past 5 years. And don't get me wrong, I love you guys. I'm so happy that because you slid into my DMs and because I knew you for so long, I'm glad that I was able and we built this community together. But everybody else don't have to pay for it. I'm sorry. I'm tired of giving everything for free, and y'all don't even give people credit. Y'all steal her pictures and don't give her credit. Y'all steal her photos and don't give her credit. Yeah. Y'all don't recognize. And me, I tell you all the time, I don't want to be Instagram famous. That's not my gist. Like I just want to do facials and that's that. And but when I see my 2 girls, text me, pulling me to the side or saying, hey, this is shady or hey, this is wet, this makes me go into mama bear mode and be like, I gotta protect them from everybody. Right. Yeah. So if it's my job to protect you guys, I'm gonna go hard for you guys. Right. Because I love you and I don't want to see somebody else take what y'all 2 built. I'm not gonna cry, but
we gotta stop getting so damn emotional on these podcasts.
No, I don't want to see what y'all 2 take built from the ground up and steal it. Right. Yeah. And then it's just like, well, what happens to that girl that was just doing facials? Yeah. And then what happens to that girl who's doing facial? And then what happens is bitches come in and they undercut us and they doing shit for cheap, but they using your product. Right. They stealing your sauce and your clients gonna be like, well, she's doing it for cheaper. Why can't I just go to her? Right. So one thing I want you to both to start doing, and me too, is to start charging people. Right. They gonna slide in their DM, say, I'm gonna send you this is my ebook. You can buy my ebook on how I did it.
We were talking, remember, at our last episode, remember y'all went out to eat and we were talking about it. That's why I had kind of put it out there on my story. I'm like, how would you guys feel about mentorships or one-on-one calls and stuff like that? I did get a lot of feedback, but I'm doing it. And that's why I made sure in the video I said, y'all know I'm not going to say no names, but I help a lot of you. I be on the phone with y'all for hours because I do. And it's a bunch of people that watch the podcast that can attest to that. You can call me about anything. Yeah. And I'm giving you the juice.
I'm you also giving away your time for free.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I'm fortunate enough to, like, the women that I have helped thus far, they not shady. And they'll give me credit. Yeah. But there's people watching. And it's okay because we want to be watched. I'm okay with people watching. But like you said, there has to be some type of boundary or line when it comes to helping somebody and then breaking your back, bending over backwards and then getting slapped in the face.
Because here's the thing also. The knowledge that we're given is gonna be put in the fucking school. Right. Y'all seen my before and after.
And it's not free.
And it's not free.
Like, these are classes we paid for, courses we paid for, mentorship we paid for, like, all the knowledge that we have didn't come for free. Yeah. No. Some way, somehow, we pay for that.
Yeah. To this day, we still pay for it.
Yeah. And if you were to take what's inside our brains and sell it to our esthetician school, $5,000. They charge these girls $5,000, $6,000. You think you gonna slide in my DM?
11. I was gonna say Rosemary was almost $12,000. Okay.
Yeah. And you just want to slide in my DM and get the sauce for free? Like, no, I'm not doing that no more in 2024. For now, if you want to speak to me, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, I'm not giving away nothing else for free. You can even do mentorship calls, like a one-on-one call. It don't gotta be $1,000, but it's going like what's your. You can either base it by like your minimum or your max, some kind of medium of which you get pay an hour for here to be doing a service. Yeah. In terms of that, remember we talked about that.
Yeah, no, we have worked other estheticians' ebooks and they were shitty as hell. Yeah. I'm not going to
get me started.
Okay, that's another thing about gatekeeping. This is what I don't like about it, right? People will come out with an ebook or and then it don't be it's a bunch of fluff. And then you try to prep for a course. If you're gonna sell fluff, like, hey, listen, this is just something just for you to give you an idea of what the course is.
Sell that shit on Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy like, or whatever. Etsy and like sell that like a digital thing for like $12 or something.
Yeah, I hate when somebody
$200.
Right. And then it's a bunch of,
and then you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, because we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this because to this day that makes me so angry. Yeah. There's a famous esthetician. And she a little messy, but she get results. Whatever she puts up, sis gets results, okay?
What is she?
She's black.
She's black.
And she made a this was years ago now, right?
Yeah,
like
we're not gonna say the name of the book.
Yeah, we're not gonna say the name of the book, but basically,
I send you a copy
it was
of
like
it.
because you still got it.
It's like a comic book.
No, literally. Okay, so I bought the book and it was supposed to teach you how to do chemical peels.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm thinking, I'm buying this book. She's giving us her sauce, like what peel she used, how she uses them, you know, who to use it on. Y'all, Krista know because she got the copy. It literally was like glycolic acid, and then it was like lines for me to write in what glycolic acid was, lactic acid, what it was. Like literally a book where I'm doing my own research and I'm just filling in the workbook.
Stop playing with me. It was an exercise. She gave you an exercise
for $150.
Stop. I would have dispute. How long was it? Is it too late? Can you dispute?
Oh, this was like this was years ago.
Are you kidding me?
And then she came out with a microneedling class.
Oh,
and that's like her thing. And I was like, I had told Krista, I was like, I'm thinking, and Krista's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, that's
You're
sick.
right.
That's sick. That's sick. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like people like that give people a bad rep. So it make you like, you know what? They playing, I'll give it to you because, you know what I mean? That's where I feel
think
like
that's also why I haven't gone the education route just yet, right? Because I felt like there was still so much that I needed to know.
Same.
So much I still needed to learn. And I still do, right?
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm at a point in my career where I feel like I can do that.
Yeah.
I have enough knowledge to charge people and
you have the
that
results.
knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I
you
mean?
have the clients and you have the
especially I feel like it's esthetician is a new is everybody wants to be an esthetician now. Yeah. Everybody. And with the new,
I don't know how I feel about that either, but go ahead.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
People in it for the money.
Yeah. And it's not what y'all cracked up to because we all what is it? Whatever. Our books was like over 100 and we like fuck like like the Russell Wilson like I don't see that in my bag. But I think that, you know, the educational route, I think the best advice is to hit up these new go to Rosary.
Right.
Hey, you just become an esthetician. What you learning here?
Yeah.
You listen, come with me.
Right. Actually, when I was at Rosary, and I wonder if they're still doing it, there was 2 girls that came that had graduated from Rosary, and I think they were at Morristown. It was called like Sykes and Lano or Sykes and something. And their whole thing is literally that classes for estheticians right after they're out of school. Chemical peels and things like that. Like little trainings that you don't get in school, they take care of. Which I think is a beautiful idea. And I think we all should be doing that.
Yeah.
You know, because we're all in different areas anyway. And we all have a different way of doing things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we can even do something collectively and show them different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. More than one way.
But that's why I say, like, I tell you right, like, my goal is to get away from treatment and open up a school. That's always been my goal. Education, because I feel like we don't get enough education. It's a lack of diversity with the education. I told y'all from the beginning, pages on African American skin is like one page, like literally a paragraph. So my whole goal was to get into education, but also education. If I'm going to spend my time and open up a school, you're going to pay me. If I'm going to spend my time to respond to DMs, you're going to pay me. Like, I don't feel like that's gatekeeping no more. I just feel like that's just me being a smart businesswoman. And as I get older, you know, I don't want to just be selling my time for money. I want to like really build my brand and build my business. So that's where I'm headed to.
So is there a difference between I feel like it is, but I'm asking y'all, is there a difference between gatekeeping and then just holding information until you're ready to release it?
Yes.
Because that's what
absolutely.
I do. Like, for example, when I first got Skin Better Science, I had them for 2-3 months. I didn't post. I think you were the first person to post it for me with the sunscreen. That was in like what? When we started October, and I had it since the beginning of August, and that wasn't like I was gatekeeping because people know that brand already, but it just was like, you know, I didn't want to announce it to everybody that I was dealing with it, for one, because I wanted to like experience the products myself. Yeah. But another thing, like things that I'm planning on doing this year, like my goals, I'm not going to write out all my goals for 2024 and post it on my Instagram like, hey, these are my goals. I feel like, for one, people pray against you. You don't know who your enemies are. You don't know who your friends are. So I've always been like very, very cautious of like what I share. Yeah. And if you're not in my close knit circle, I'm not going to tell you what my plans are from A to Z.
Yeah. I think that was my biggest lesson this year.
I had to learn it the hard way, but I learned it and I haven't forgot it since.
This always been my lesson. These bitches are not your friends. Literally. I tell everybody that all the time. They'll come smile in your face, lay on your bed, and then try to figure out what you're doing and then try to build your business from there. I had people who literally came to me as a client, it's like, oh, I think I want to be an esthetician now. Can you help me? No. The fuck? Like, this is not the free clinic. Like, I'm not here to help people. Like, you're a client. Like, you came to me as a client. Why would I let you lay on my bed, give you free game, and then you go do the same thing that I'm doing? That's not what
I've had people do that.
Yeah,
though.
me too. And I
got plenty of clients that
I don't got a problem with that. Like, I don't have a problem.
My problem isn't with me and you asking me my products, you sniffing, you trying to sneak through my stuff to see what I use.
Yeah.
You trying to do everything that I'm trying to do and think that you can take what I have and go out there and build the same thing as me.
They ain't gonna never be able to do it. They're not
No.
sure. In order to build what you build, they gotta be.
And that's why all of them are still.
Yeah, that's not.
I agree with this, right? Like, I do agree with that you're saying. Like, I feel like
That's
a lot of people think, or a lot of women, right? Because our industry is mostly made up of women. They want to be a girl's girl, right?
Yeah.
They want that's what they're portraying. Oh, I'm a girl's girl. I want you to win. I want you to win. But in all actuality, they really don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's that whole thing of you could do better, but not better than me, right?
Exactly.
And that really is real.
And, and people, I say this all the time. People, they think how I come across in my tone of voice that I'm not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
But that's definitely not the case at all.
You're not a girl's to a bunch of people that you like. You gotta get to know people first.
Yeah.
Like you gotta just see what they motive. You gotta feel
She
their energy.
The bullshit.
She sees through the
it
bullshit.
is.
She's not gonna give you a chance to play her.
Yeah.
Like that's you, and I love that about you.
Yeah,
You're
I
not,
cut you right.
No, meaning like for example, you're not gonna just openly trust. Damn it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just openly just trust a stranger. Like you'll feel their vibe out. Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why it's important for us to like start to like charge for certain stuff because then you'll be able to do it because it's a service.
I walk away gracefully.
Yeah, but you're not about to just open and trust somebody and give them everything and somebody you don't know and then they run off and not even give you credit for it.
Yeah,
that's like a slap in the face.
That's to me, that's all it comes down to. Like, you know, you said it in one of the episodes before. Like I can inspire you, but you don't need to copy me. You know,
exactly.
Like,
and I think that's the big difference,
right? And like you can do things that everybody's doing it. Hello, like. Everything, products, everybody hops on the trends of products, you know, everything just kind of like unfolds, but to give the credit where it's needed is like, it's not hard. Like, what's so hard about just saying, oh, such and such told me, or oh, I saw such and such, even if it's like somebody in Florida, like, you know, there's other estheticians that I see cute things, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna do that too. Like,
the problem is with giving people somebody's credit, because everyone wants to seem like it's my idea. I thought of it. I created it. I cultivated it. I spread it to you. Y'all should be thanking me that I gave y'all this game, and that's not the truth at all. Like when I went down a Korean skin rabbit hole, I didn't come up with that idea. I got it from a girl in Utah. Right. And I was like, yo, this girl just put me on
TikTok, and you sent the liquid mascara, and we were like, what the hell
and
is
I
that?
hit her personally, and I was like, yo, this girl just put me on. She put me on to the supplier. She put me on to the people in Korea. She did everything for me, and I gave her credit. But when I gave the credit, and I gave it to you, you gave me credit. And it's like, bitch, it ain't come from me. It came from somebody else.
Yeah, but you don't want
I got it from her. Right.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think in our industry, people are afraid to say that someone helped me.
Yeah, and there ain't nothing wrong with saying somebody helped me.
My whole business has been built on people helping me.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Some way, somehow.
Whether they know it or if they don't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They might have helped you by a post. They might have helped you by, showing their product. I love people that they're not afraid to show what they got going on. The only reason why I don't show every single little thing is because I'm a talker. We be in that rampant. Me and my clients be like, we be talking, laughing, praying, and then I be like, dang, I ain't get no video. It's like some days I don't even like. I'm like, you know what? What's the point of posting one? Yeah. So like that's the whole thing. But in 2024, I'm working on trying to be more intentional with content. But it's not like a big deal breaker for me because I think that my clients feel comfortable knowing that, hey, I can open up and talk to her about my marriage. I can talk to her about me grieving. I can talk to her. And I know she's not filming this whole time. I feel like when I try to put up a camera, like, hey, I'm going to film your facial today, it's like, it's going to be a very different facial. Yeah. We be crying on that table.
But that's why I put that shit on time lapse. I put it on time lapse and I'm like, you can say whatever you want, but you're going to be able to hear it.
Real shit.
Talk your
when
shit,
I do
girl.
I'm like, look, they're putting music over this, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But I think that the biggest thing where people go wrong with gatekeeping is, or for example, I'm gonna talk about. Wait, should I say this guy's name? Well, I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah, like what they gonna do? It's our show.
It's our show. Like for example, Poor Star, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord.
I don't want that pill. But I see a lot of people.
I told y'all what he did though.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not going to talk about it on here, but I told y'all what he did.
Right. But I see a lot of estheticians in the comments that want to provide the peel. But he wants to be the only person to sell it because I guess he curated it. We already know what he did.
So go to Revel.
No, it's other pills like Reveal pill, Cosmoline pill. Those are all comparable pills to the
Perfect Derma pill.
No, it's not. It's not comparable.
No,
not hell. Get it from the people he stole it from.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, right. So it's like, but I feel like. That's another form of gatekeeping. He's showing us the product.
Okay, because let's talk about that, right? Okay. Did he really steal it?
Them people.
Or did he do what Esty Bestie did and just beat everybody to it?
No.
And
so he used to use their formula.
They called him out for it.
They did.
They called him out for it. He stole their chemical pill and changed the coloring of it and had it manufactured somewhere else.
Yeah, he just basically took this and said, "Hey, I want you to make."
And change it, replicate it.
Yeah, replicate. This is a wide assumption, but this is what they said that he said. We don't have no facts or proof, but the proof is the fact that he got this pill, and it looks a lot like their pill. It's just darker.
Called them out for it on.
They called them out on it. Yeah, I'm not accusing them. They did, but so we just speaking of what we saw.
Right.
If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, and then damn it is a duck. So listen, I don't know what to tell people, but
like, is that gatekeeping? So he came out with this product, and
I think that's stealing.
No, that's not. Figure out. Forget about where he got the product. He has the product, and other estheticians want to carry the product.
No, I don't think that's gatekeeping.
That's not his.
Because it's his. Right. That's not gatekeeping.
But if he was the original maker of it, that'd be like. But he's not.
But then
he copied it.
If he was the original maker of it, why would he not want his pill on the market?
Right. Or even now, he is, regardless of if he stole the formula from somebody else or not, he's still the original maker.
But you got to think about it. When you're doing a skincare brand, or if you're selling pills, or you're selling whatever, you want your product on the market to be sold.
That's what I'm saying. So is that gatekeeping?
To sit on the shelf. For him, it's his personal product. Like, that's just what he formulated for his practice and his business. So technically, it's not gatekeeping. Right. Because it's for his special clients. It's for his business.
Because at one point he posted that he was going to let other estheticians purchase. And then I figured he was like, nah, I'm going to make these motherfuckers, people flying in and get this service from me. I'm going to make them fly in.
But isn't this the pill that you can like buy and do yourself at home?
He makes them do that.
No, you can buy it from him and he ship it to you.
Right, and you do it yourself at home.
Because you're just putting it on. You can't fuck it up.
I think more so gatekeeping, I think in our industry is like, hey, I have this wash. I'm going to rip the label off the wash. Right. This wash transform your skin from point A to point B in 30 days. You know, but I'm gonna keep posting it, but I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. Right. I think that's
look at my chemical pill results, but I'm not telling you what chemical pill I'm using.
We know who do that.
And you don't gotta say the brand, but you can say what's in it. Oh, this has lactic. This has, like the pills don't change an ingredient; they just change a name. Right. You know.
Right.
So I think that's gatekeeping, but sometimes I think people confuse gatekeeping to what it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I feel like, for example, right, if I was somebody who was posting something and everybody wanted to know what this something was, I would say, hey, I know you guys are excited and you want to get your hands on this. Yeah. I will be offering a X, Y, or Z class, call, whatever about this product. Because it took me forever to find this product. Yeah. I'm not just, it took extensive amount of research and dollars for me to discover this product. And I want to sell it to you guys, or I'll give it to you. I'll give you guys the resources for it, but I'm charging for the resource. And that's so people got to respect it. You can't be mad at that.
Because I'm about to say that. Who says we're obligated to say? Right. I'm not obligated to tell y'all what I use. If I want to rip every label off,
that's what I'm saying. So it's so gatekeeping is really hard. It's like sometimes we think something is gatekeeping, and then the more we peel back layers and layers, it's like, nah.